Yeah.
Lights.
That's what happens when you haven't done this stuff in a while, huh? Now, how do I find this? Hello? Hey, no one's watching. It's good.
It hasn't gone out to everybody yet. There we go.
It's going out?
Yeah.
Now, how do I find it on? Yeah, it's been a while. So here we go. We're on. You can see us. All right, let's see what we got here. We got 2 watching now. It's you and me, huh?
Yeah.
1 like. That's you, huh?
Yes.
That's cheap.
So hey, what do you want to say? Do you have a question to ask me, or?
I just wonder if anyone's still watching us.
I'm watching you, and you're watching me.
Well,
Any YouTubers
5
out
watching.
there?
There's 5.
Yay!
Let's see.
All right.
NFL Road layout in the loft. And Dougie's there. There's
Hi,
Dougie.
Doug.
Hi, Doug.
Yay!
Long time no talk to you, Doug.
Anfield Road layout in the loft. Hi.
Hi.
Anfield Road layout in the loft.
What have we got now? 7 watching. Oh, this is about as interesting as we get.
7 watching, and 2 of them are me and you. Right?
Yeah.
6.
The only one that's all excited about it is right here. He loves doing lives. I don't know what it is. Every time we do a live, he goes crazy.
So we're doing a live just to let you guys know. Hey, Makio.
That we're still around.
Hey, Billy and Brenda. Yeah, we're still around, and
Yeah.
it's storming like crazy.
Not right at the
again.
moment.
Well,
They did about half an hour ago.
Yeah.
It was really dumping. And
it was like somebody turned the hose on. It was just sheeting down on the windows.
we actually went through that hurricane the other night.
Laura.
Hurricane Laura came up through Little Rock, Arkansas. And actually, it wasn't too bad, other than it just rained a lot. I mean, it
Slept through
rained a
all.
lot, but we didn't have any tornadoes. And we didn't have any of those kind of problems, which they were threatening us with. But
So it's hot outside, but he's got the air on, so I'm cold.
yeah, it's 77 in here, and it's 83 outside. So I don't know why you're
I'm just cold.
freezing.
And look, we coordinated our colors.
Yeah, we did, huh? This is a work shirt. That's why we were doing a lot of cleaning on the inside of the motorhome. I ordered a whole bunch of stuff. For those of you that follow us, you probably know that we've gone through 2 Skylights so far, 2 new ones. And the other day I was playing around with the thing on the inside, and I broke the seal on it. And so water got in between the 2 pieces. So I got to do it again. So we've been talking about doing some modifications to the roof on this motorhome. It's aluminum, and it's almost 26 years old. And you know what, Cage? Don't go under there, okay? You're gonna knock everything down. Like he knows what I'm saying. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, we're gonna put a liquid rubber seal on the roof, and I'm gonna just go through and just really let this whole roof have a really good coating. And my thought process, I got to get up there. It's going to be a couple of days just of sanding to just get the paint kind of rubbed up so that this stuff really gets a good grip on it. So I'm going to try to film that. I don't know how many people out there, most RVs do not have aluminum roofs unless you're talking about an Airstream or something, but most of your motorhomes and stuff, they don't use the aluminum roof. They either use a rubber roof or they use a fiberglass roof.
Well, with this thing being in 1995, we need to give some attention to it.
I've been talking about it for years, and it keeps going, but
No leaks, Terry. And hi, Terry.
yeah, we don't have any leaks.
You
But
didn't miss anything other than Bill is going to be putting some coating on the roof. Yeah, he asked what did he miss.
yeah, it's going to be a real thin coating. It's
Who makes
rubberized.
it,
It's
Guy?
anti-corrosion.
Who
What?
makes it?
It's by Liquid Rubber.
Okay.
It's anti-corrosive. It's really good stuff. And I'm actually going to come past the aluminum, and I bought some special primer. so that I could do the fiberglass front piece and part of the back. And it won't be gloss black. Right now the roof is emerald black. But
we don't have any leaks, but he was saying a minute ago, the skylight above the shower, we've replaced it twice and it just keeps leaking.
well, no, it was doing great.
Yeah, it was
but I
doing
pulled
great,
the
but
inside,
I
the
wasn't
little.
gonna say that.
I pulled the inside piece down, and we had a little bit of oozing from the sealer, and I just didn't like looking at it. So I cleaned it all up, and I put the thing back in, and I think it's just supposed to go up there and touch it, and I put it up there, touched it, and went a little more, and what it did is it just there. Normally this would have a dual pane,
Sealed, right?
Bubble. All made one piece skylight. But what happened is we had the skylight, the original one, got bad and cracked. So all we could get was a single pane. So what I ended up doing is I got a piece of 1/8" plexiglass, and I glued those two pieces together, drilled it, and put it up there, and it worked fine for over a year and a half. Until I messed with the other day, and when I messed with it, I tightened it up too much. So I got a different trim piece for the inside so that it doesn't push up so hard.
And darker, right?
And yeah, and I got a darker because it's a little bit too light. The plexiglass that I put in it just let too much sun in the morning. So
Hi, Stephen O'Laughlin. We're glad you're here too. And hey, Sam. Good morning to you too.
So anyway, we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna seal the whole roof. So probably be like 8 hours of video watching me sand,
Yeah.
and then about an hour and a half of sealing it.
So be prepared to have some videos.
Yeah.
You can just watch Bill sand.
Grab a
sand,
pillow
sand.
and watch,
And me, I'll be helping.
because you're gonna want to take a nap halfway through it, I'm sure. And we're gonna do another just regular video because most of the people don't tune into these lives. So we're gonna do one. What's coming up this next month will be the end of our 10th year on the road, and we'll be starting our 11th
So
year.
if you have any questions to ask us for that video,
Yeah, we're gonna try
Ask us.
to answer some things, and I've got some questions I'm gonna ask Darla.
you can email us at economicrefugeesrv@gmail.com too.
Yeah, we never look at that.
I do every
Oh,
day.
okay, she looks at it.
Every day.
I don't really very often look at it. But anyway, we'll try to give you some ideas.
Yes, James, we're still at our daughter's.
James who?
James B.
What?
And welcome,
Oh.
James B.
Yeah, so anyway, as most of you who are full-time RVers know, a lot of things have changed in our world this year. For one thing, there's going to be a whole lot more people. We went to Gander's RV the other day, and I mean they're selling RVs. There was a crowd in there.
Their
People
sales
were in
offices
line.
were full.
They were in line to buy RVs.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the heart to tell them you're only going to buy an RV and you're going to get out there and find that right now it's hard to find a place to stop. We don't have a lot of problems with that, mainly because we have a lot of friends and family across the country that we can go and stay with if we need to.
Time out. Are we fading in and out, guys? It could be the weather.
Why is someone saying we are?
Yeah. Hey, Stacy.
Doug says we're not.
Seabos, what you missed was we were just talking about Bill's going to put a rubber coating on the roof of our RV. We got to prep that, and we're gonna make a video on that. So we'll have some content maybe.
Who asked that?
Seabos, B-O-A-S-E, and welcome.
Yeah. So anyway,
Thanks, guys.
believe it or not, we've been doing a lot of work on the RV. We mechanically, this thing is really dialed in right now. You can ask Darla, all I want to do is take this thing out and just drive it down the freeway for 1,000 miles. But we're kind
There's
of
nowhere to go.
we kind of got to keep things under control for a while
Guess we could go to North Carolina.
because we haven't been working.
Montana.
Yeah, but you know, it's 1,400 miles round trip, and when you're not working, we get our Social Security, but we
The
eat more
only
than
job
that.
we've done this year is Quartzsite. That's been it.
Yeah, that was in January, so.
And we don't know if we're going to have that next year. I know they keep saying Quartzsite's going to happen, but I don't know if
Well,
our
we're going there
company-
whether it happens
I
or
don't know
not.
if our company's going to have their booth in the tent. We have to wait and find
They
out.
already have a date for the 10th. Is that's probably a lot better sounding now that the AC kicked off, huh?
Probably. Billy and
Yeah.
Brenda were saying it was going in and out.
Let
Is
me.
it better, guys?
I'll be right back. Let me turn this one up, and I'll turn the back one down.
Yeah, motorhome sales are going through the roof. You know, like Bill said, we went to Ganders, which is Camping World. They bought out Ganders RV here in Little Rock, and that's what, you know, we walked in and all their sales offices were full of people and they were making deals. Showroom floor was really busy. So that's a good thing for them. And probably a good thing for people to be in an RV.
The person is Seabose.
What did you do at Quartzsite? We're headed there.
We worked in the big tent. We helped recruit for our Guard One services. And I don't know. The thing about it is this year, none of the rallies and none of the work camper news stuff, none of that stuff is going on. So hopefully, if and I like I say, they've already got a date for it, but hopefully we could do the 10 again this year, and because that's going to be really probably the first shot that anyone gets a chance to try to get jobs other than work camper news.
The jobs we've noticed have been you got to work 24 hours a week for your space or volunteer, and they only want to pay you, you know.
And they're either in California, Oregon, Washington, Minnesota.
All the places you don't want to go because of what's going on there. At least I don't want to.
I mean, it's not statewide, but like in Oregon, it's moving around the state. So, and California, it's pretty much, California can erupt anytime, anywhere.
So someone else is asking about the pumpkin patch. Obviously, you might have worked for us, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we're not doing it again this year.
I don't even know if they're having it this year. We've not heard, but I don't know.
Well, I would doubt it. I would doubt that they would allow it. But we're not going to do it. Even if they do have it, we're not going to do it. So it was just too much last year, too much pressures.
And speaking of jobs, Stacy took a job in Montana for 6 months.
Doing what, though?
I don't know. What are you going to
What's
tell us,
Stacy doing?
6 months, and they're paying for her hotel.
Oh, yeah?
Hi, Leisure 057 blank. We haven't seen a lot of you guys in a long time because, you know, we did that. I put a video out the last time. There just isn't anything going on, and a lot of you were like, "Oh yeah, you should just do your daily life," but I really don't think we're that interesting.
Well, our daily life is I watch TV in the morning, I watch TV at night, and go to bed. That's during the day. We go get iced tea at
Sonic every day.
Sonic every
Happy
day
hour.
after 2 o'clock. So as you can see, Sonic. So now it's water because I already drank my drink.
Thanks, Makio.
You want up here?
Smash
Go on.
the like button, guys. Makio's always in charge of that for us.
Come on.
Seabos. The fiberglass rally is going to be there in Quartzsite. At least a few of us are committed to it. January, February. We are casita owners and about to be Bigfoot owners. All right. Well, that's a different style
what are
of
they?
travel.
They're
They have
casita, okay.
Yeah, casita now, but they're going to get a Bigfoot
Well, Bigfoot isn't that a camper?
camper.
Pickup camper?
Right? I mean, I think they make trailers too. Are you guys going for the trailer or the camper? Stacy just bought, let's see, My Empty Nest Quest just bought a camper.
Yeah. We used to have a Lance.
Sydney Sugar sweeping floors, hosing floors.
In fact, when we decided we were going to first take off, we were going to do it in the Lance, but there's two positions in that Lance. Either you're sitting at a dining room table or you're laying down on the bed. It just, there's no room for anything. It was great for camping. We loved it for camping.
Grassroots Living is doing that too.
Yeah, it's tough. That's
But they're happy with it.
They are.
They're severe minimalists.
Yeah, they
they like it.
If you could stay outside, the problem with us is we go outside very much anywhere. We get just eaten alive by mosquitoes. So
Yeah.
we have to be careful of that. And it's just I like to be outside, but
So Stacy's working for Sydney Sugar, sweeping floors, hosing floors, attendance bonuses, and year-end bonus.
okay, is that one off of Work Camper they were advertising?
Thank you again, Mikio, for being in charge of Thumbs Up.
Bigfoot travel trailer.
Okay, so, yeah. Terry, our land does have electric and sewer and water.
And gas.
Yes, and gas, but we don't have the hookups yet. Like, everything is all crumbly, and
Just all needs to be replumbed.
before we ever got in there to do any of that, we'd need to have a pad graded, and we've just been having problems finding anybody that can do that, believe it or not.
Well, I need to get it dozed. I was kind of hoping that we would be working real hard and being able to put the money together to have the building put up, metal building, but that's not happening. And when you're a full-time RVer and you're trying to not have big bills that you have to pay every month where you could just kind of live life, we wanted to just save money and build it as we had the money, and we do have a chunk of money. We could take that money and do it, but then if we're driving down the road and we lose an engine or something, then we're done. Yeah. So I don't want to take that money to do things.
It's just going to take time.
It's just going to take time. What I'm probably going to end up doing, there's a guy that we have, and it pretty reasonably I could get it dozed, and he's got a ditch digger, and he'll dig me all the ditches, and I can run all the electrical and all the water and sewer and all that stuff, and then he can come back and smooth it all out. He's going to have to build us like a little road, and then gravel it, and then I'm going to have 2 RV spots to start with.
The lot is mildly sloped, but it is sloped, so we got to get that taken care of.
Yeah, we're going to just take the top section at the highest point, bring it down, and fill in a low point. We got these 2 gigantic black oaks right in the middle of the yard, so we're going to leave those. We don't want to get rid of those, and so we'll just kind of there's like a little retaining wall already in there, so we're just going to go ahead and just kind of bring it down and flatten it all out, and then that'll be where it's all rocked in, and I'm going to put where one RV pulls in one direction, the other one comes the other direction, so we'd be door to door, but probably about 30 feet apart. And then eventually I'd like to build covers over them, and then put the building in. It just depends. And I'll probably set the building up first, and then you can actually, with those metal buildings, you can just put the footings in, and then you build the building. And when you get all done, you can have a cement truck come in and they'll just pour the floor right on the inside. So we might do something like that.
We've not worked at Xanterra in Yellowstone. That's what they want, Cebos. They've worked 2 summers for Xanterra.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Larry Blovell. Sorry. Anyway, Bill is getting a FaceTime call. We'll have to call him back.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's Larry, my neighbor.
Yeah.
He lived out.
Hey,
I've known
Gone
him
South,
since we were
welcome.
little kids.
Good to see you.
Who is it?
Gone South. James B. We can live in our RV on our land. We can do anything.
Yeah, there's no
building code.
There's no
the
building
only thing
codes.
they want to know
nothing.
is that you hooked up to water.
Water. You have
Water.
to. You can't live on the land unless you have the water hooked up.
Doug says metal building attracts lightning. You'll need tall lightning rods.
Well, you just got to ground the building, and if you're building footings, it Should
Stacy
ground.
said she'd like to find a fixer-upper, but has to buy on contract due to self-employment income.
What, property?
Hard to get a mortgage. Yeah, a fixer-upper.
You know what? There was one near Hot Springs the other day. It was about an acre, had all utilities, $5,000.
Hi, Maddie. And Healthy Freedom. Hi, Jeff. Healthy Freedom.
In fact, I think I showed
Jeff.
Gone South. Is that Robbie's?
Freedom.
Robbie's.
Mm,
That's Robbie. That's who it
Robbie
was.
Gone South.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, I showed it to him. I don't know. He said he might look at it. I don't know. I don't know if he did anything with it. But they'll be to blow it for you if you're working on that, Robbie. But
Terry, yeah, you're right. If we did, if's a tiny little word, but such a big word. We don't.
what's that?
If we had the land set up, we could rent out two extra people to for people who didn't have anywhere
We could
to
put a
go.
campground in there. We could probably
We
we could probably put in there 15 spots.
yeah,
The thing about it is then you got
Healthy Freedom.
14, 15 people living with you, and my plan was to get a building set up where I could put 2 RVs in it, and then that way I could have mine in there and I could work on one, and then actually have a spot outside where people could be outside and we could kind of be swapping around and stuff. But we'll just have to see. I know that's. I mean, you guys that are looking to do something on your own, man, learn how to work on RVs, because there's going to be a lot of work in that industry. So, I know Class A Living wants to do it.
Yeah.
He's an interesting
Yeah,
guy.
no
Hope
kidding.
some of
Gosh.
you guys have watched him. I've told you guys about him before, Class A Living. But he's, I mean, the way he fixes things, I mean, if the water heater has a problem, he rips it out and puts a house one in. It's crazy, man. He's fun to watch.
Gone South says he's still considering land down there.
Yeah. It's
Also,
it's nice here in Arkansas. The only trouble is when the weather's rough. You just kind of,
it's not that bad though. I mean, you're inside, and yeah, it rains a lot, but I mean, it's just
as long as your
rain.
rig don't leak,
Yeah.
you're good. The other night though, we were sitting here and Darla just started cooking and boom, electricity went out.
Oh, we have a generator.
Yeah, my daughter's like, well, I guess we're just gonna eat a salad
We had salad
and go to
went
bed.
at 6
And I said, well, I
o'clock.
guess I'm gonna just start my generator. So we just pushed the button and away we went.
So Bose, I hope I'm saying your name right. You are describing our home base here in Northeast Texas. Highly recommend having a home base if the world goes crazy again, which it will. Very smart plan for you too. And Healthy Freedom, Jeff. That's Jeff from Sugar Beets.
Who what?
Jeff. Healthy Freedom is
Oh.
Jeff from Sugar Beets. Hey, Jeff.
Jeff Stewart.
Yes.
Okay. And Maddie Gutierrez, you see
Hey,
that?
Steve Turtle.
Oh, okay. You're behind me. You don't want too many sites. Is that what you're reading?
Yeah,
Okay. Are you? Oh, you're.
I'm reading.
Because
over
I'm reading over here.
Yeah.
We're not in the same thing. Yeah, and Maddie's looking for a camper van. Follow the good weather.
Steve says you don't want too many. All the Southerners will move in and squat.
There's a lot of. If you're just looking for like a high top van or something, there's those out there. They're getting harder to find though. I mean, everybody's looking for stuff right now. It's amazing. I'll tell you where I've been seeing a lot of vans for sale is on the Facebook Marketplace. Around here, there's been a few.
Doug, humidity, yuck.
Yeah, well, you know what? You live in where we used to live. And I told you today, Doug and I talk all the time on the phone. Anyway, he you need to get out of there. It's all humidity. I said, there's only one problem, is Darla wants green. So when you want green, you're going to be in humidity unless you want to be in the snow. He goes, well, move the Flagstaff. Flagstaff, man, I've been up there
Yeah.
where you don't move for days. So
Thanks for the confirmation on your name, Sebos. Gone South with Class A Living. He says he's been watching him for a while.
yeah, he's funny.
Good to see you too, Steve. Thanks
Yeah.
for tuning in. Oh yeah, you gotta have Error Makio turned on her power bank.
Yeah.
Maddie, did you read what she wrote?
Who?
Looking for something to RV.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, he, Maddie's asking where we're at right now. We're in
Oh.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
And then Cebos also said the concrete's the most expensive for the metal building. And yes, metal building prices are going up too.
Yeah, well,
I think everybody's caught on to that idea.
you know, there's a trick to those metal buildings is if you can find one that somebody has that's standing,
They want to get rid of
and
it.
they want to get rid of it,
whatever.
there's people that will just give them away if somebody will come and tear them down. So I don't know.
I saw a barn like that.
Yeah, well,
Yesterday.
and actually, another thing I could do is what I could do, because there are no building codes where we're at. I mean, when you drive around, you know there's no building codes, but I could just build everything. I could just sink poles and make it out of wood, which is, more maintenance. It's not going to be
more,
maintenance free like a metal building would be, but it would be better as far as it won't get as hot and as cold and all that kind of stuff. Wouldn't be as expensive all up front. You could just, you could put the roof on it, and then once the roof's there, then you could start building the walls, and you could just do it as you want to do it. But I'm going to eventually have to have a concrete floor, because if I'm going to work on stuff, I don't want to be trying to do it all in the dirt. And I'm going to rock it. I have to rock it anyway.
Robbie, yeah, we're planning on going to Arizona.
Oh yeah,
in
we're definitely
January.
going to Quartzsite, unless it's impossible to go. We'll see after what happens on this election. That's going to be something that, and I'm going to get just a little political with people right now. You guys need to think real hard who you're going to vote for, and I'll tell you, there's a movement right now to stop people from being able to travel freely.
Biden.
And yeah.
No.
Yeah, you do that, you're done traveling. So it's the same old thing. I mean, you got to vote your own personal interest. Well, I mean, you got to weigh what's the most important thing to you. I mean, if you want the NBA to play again, then you probably want to vote for Biden.
Okay.
But if you want to be able to keep traveling in the RV
James
world,
said
you don't want to vote.
Property taxes are very, very low.
Yeah, ours are $40 a year.
$52 a year
52.
for an acre. Of course, nothing's built on it. That might change, but it's not. It's pretty affordable.
Well, that's how much it was when it had a mobile. It used to have a mobile home on it.
Yeah, Stacy, we can do that.
What's that?
Arkansas.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Codes.
Where our property
so
is.
Arkansas, some places.
Yeah.
Like Little Rock's gonna have building codes
Yeah.
for sure.
And you know what?
When you get rural, then
This is not where I would want to live if it was it's my choice, and I'm here because my daughter's here.
Did you see?
But when we
Thank you, said hi.
when we get our thing together, our land is, I like it there. Our buddy Kevin, you guys all know Kevin Lovey, he's down by Hot Springs. That we're about 70 or 80 miles from Hot Springs. So, and it's awesome going back and forth through that area. It's really, really pretty. This whole place is beautiful. Even around here, you drive for 10 minutes and you're out in the country, huh?
Mikio
What?
says hi, Cage. He says hi, Mikio.
Yeah. He sure is a good boy. He sure is a good boy. He had a bath today.
Except
and
when
he
you
smells
leave
all
food on the
beautiful.
table.
Yeah. Darla left chips and sour cream on her desk. She was dipping hot Fritos in sour cream, and he helped himself to the sour
Who knew
cream.
he was a party guy and liked chips and dip?
He just liked the dip. So
Oh, Robbie's already got a spot at the campground. They're already renting spaces? Usually you gotta wait till October.
that's lazy days. Lazy days. Did they make you pay anything yet? Sometimes they don't make you pay. I told you to tell them to not make you pay. Anyway,
Yeah.
there's 23. If any of you guys are coming to Quartzsite, we stay at this campground. It's Lazy, like L-A-Z.
I'll put it on the group page on Facebook. I do every year.
Daze, D-A-Z-E, is the name of the campground, and it's right down the road from the big tent.
It's on
It-
Riggles Road.
yeah, you go on the other side.
RIGGLES.
You go on the other side of the freeway, and that's where all the vendor, the markets and all that stuff are at. You ride bicycles everywhere from there, and it's like $200 a month. You got to pay for your own electricity, but it depends on how much you use.
Sebos also said one of the things we ended up splurging on was the spray foam in the metal walls that helped with stability, noise, and condensation.
Oh yeah, that on their metal building.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what Kevin did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it a lot stronger, but man, that can cost 10 grand. But if I did it, if we do a metal, originally our plans were to build a straw bale, but it may not be a great thing in Arkansas, so we're kind of down to doing regular type
Well,
construction and
They
stuff.
just took Robbie's name. Yeah. They don't start renting them out really
Oh.
until
Yeah,
October.
that's okay. If they got your name,
Yeah.
you got your spot. And that's what I'm saying. You don't want to have to pay up front. The only ones they tricked into doing that are RV SWAT, Johnny and Tracy. So remember, they made them pay for it.
Yeah, that was terrible.
So and I told them don't pay for a spot. Just tell them you're with us. So because we have like three rows
they
they
didn't
save
make
for us.
Wandering Aces pay.
Yeah. We have like 3 rows there that we kind of reserve. The owner, he knows us real well, and
Hi,
we've been
Liza
going there.
Jane. Good to see you. I love seeing all these names. We haven't
Yeah,
seen
we haven't
them
seen
in
in a
so
while.
long. Thanks for joining us, guys.
You know what this means? It means people are dying for entertainment. And we're the entertainment.
That's really sad.
They used
Isn't
to,
it?
yeah. That used to be the thing when we used to go to motorcycle runs. I'd take guys that had never been before, and I'd say, okay, here's the thing. Don't drink too much, because we don't want to end up being the entertainment. So just be cool.
I'm glad that worked, Makio.
Why are you eating my fingers?
Doug said they made him pay too.
Yeah, well. Yeah, Doug, they make everybody pay. Some of us have to pay double. I think that's you. Poor Doug.
Hey,
I'm too
David
big.
Rice. Wow.
Dave Rice. Oh man.
How
Ding
did
ding
it-
ding ding. I think you have a truck, Dave. Did you get that? There's sometimes when that bell goes off, it's just the worst sound on the planet. Like when you're
They're
just going to the bathroom, just
They're
getting started.
thinking of coming out, but they're not sure. They might still be on the rig.
You gotta take them. You just tell them you're gonna take some time off. They'll give you time off. Take a month off.
Robbie says, I just dropped your name and they treated me like royalty.
Did they really? They will. They really will. Dennis, the owner, was telling me, he goes, any people that you want, you just tell them that they're with you. And that's what I've been telling people to do. So that's what I do anyway.
We should have gone out and shown, well, you should have gone out and shown them how hard it was raining.
Yeah, it's not raining now. It's kind of nice.
It was crazy.
Yep.
A lot of condensation on the window on the outside still. Can't
Yeah.
really see out. It looks foggy, but it's not.
Yeah, and Gone South, he just got the window covers like our motorhome has. And what do you think of them? Leave a message in here so everyone will know. You guys have all seen our videos of the covers over our window, which we have. That's the only trouble when it rains. It kind of blurs
Makes it really
the
dark, too.
visible. But
Yeah. Yeah, the mold issues.
look at the doggy. See the doggy?
Lots of algae and mold grow here because it is such a wet climate. So, as far as, the metal building and the straw bale inside of it, it creates condensation. There's ways to do it, but it's more expensive and more involved. And more expensive, did I say?
Yeah, I really want to get it going. If I just get the campsite set up, that'd be a good start. And the way I'm going to do it, it's going to be easy to add on to and all that. It's going to go and it's going to have a dead end. And then if I need to add more, just be, tie right in and keep going. So I want to get it set up real nice. But at least 2 spots to start with,
We've
right
not
off the
seen
get-go.
any snakes. No.
Where, here?
They have them. We haven't seen them.
We've seen them over by where our property is. When we go out with my brother, go out in the Ranger, you'll see them once in a while.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah, but yeah, it's you gotta be doing something you shouldn't be doing if you're gonna see them usually.
I think Doug was asking Dave if he's seen any snakes.
Oh, down there.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
okay.
seen snakes.
Oh yeah, down there in Texas, you see snakes all the time. When we were down there, I killed one right at the bottom of the stairs one night, and luckily when I went out, it wasn't there. And when I went out, I logged the truck in, and when I came back, it was right at the foot of the steps, and it was coiled up, and it was looking at the door. So I tried to shoo it away with my brush for washing the motorhome, and all that did was make it angry. So it kept striking at me, so I ended up having to kill it. I didn't want to kill it, but sometimes you gotta.
Well, that's okay. He broke your car wash brush.
Well, I
We'll
broke it
teach
killing
you.
it. Now it's my truck wash brush.
Missed
And I
you
got
too,
it done.
Jeff. Are you going back to Sugar Beets this year? I gotta think there's no way. I mean, after the last 2 years they've had, I don't know.
Well, they bugged us. I was talking with Art and his brother, and they were both really they're
He is
foremen.
going back.
Yeah, and they wanted us to come back, but
And
they were gonna just put me in the yard and like you know what?
Bill is feeling so much better than the last time you saw him. They actually had to put him on insulin in November. And then he got real sick without being tested. I mean, he had all the symptoms of COVID, but we didn't get him tested.
I had COVID.
And it was a long time before he was feeling well again, but he's doing much better.
Yeah, I'm getting that nice ice cream figure again.
See Bose, we have them slither through our site all the time. Had shot at one on the bank of our pond and 20 fell out of the willow tree along the bank. Nope, not fond of snakes either. Nope. No.
No, there's a lot of them down there in Texas.
Like I can tolerate spiders more than I can, and you know how I hate spiders. I just can't stand snakes.
I like spiders. I like those big tarantulas down there. They're cool.
It's crazy.
But
He's crazy.
I've actually had snakes strike at the side of the truck when I was driving on the roads to go to the trash dump. But yeah,
Wow. Jeff's going an hour north of East Grand Forks.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Which yard? I did a lot of screaming. I bet. Oh, that's funny.
So is Maddie still out there?
Still on there, Maddie? I think so. See, Bose, you guys, you're getting ready to retire? Or your husband is? Is that what you said? Trying to.
I got to go do a live stream. You guys visit.
You know, Bill and his live streams.
I drink too much water.
Trying to scan back up and see what you said. I know you're picking up your trailer in 2 weeks. And then you're heading out on your next life. But you're still going to keep your property in Texas, right? I think Northeast Texas. That's my favorite spot of Texas. Thanks, Liza Jane. Cage is doing okay. He's just an ornery little toot. But then so's his dad. Let's see. I'm older than my husband too. He just had a birthday. 10ish days ago.
Hey, you're in my chair, you bozo.
Oh, he's going to the Drayton yard. Oh, gnats. We've had gnats like crazy.
Yeah, they're worse than snakes.
Jeff's going to the Drayton yard.
Oh yeah? What are you gonna foreman?
Yeah, what are you gonna do there, Jeff? Maddie, you're so sweet. She says, I love you guys. You're so down to earth.
Huh. Yeah, nowhere else to go but up, I guess. But yeah, Maddie, let me know. go ahead and contact me, and I'll try to help you. I need to kind of know where you're at, and give me a price figure of what you're really kind of looking for, what you need. We'll see if we can't find you a rig.
Doug.
What did Bag Doug do?
Nothing's off limits on our channel,
Yeah.
is it?
Get my prostate checked. I think every time I talk to you, I get it checked. Hey, I like that, Dougie. You have to
Oh
meet
my
Doug in
God.
person to understand.
Okay, Sibo says because of the China flu, they're putting off on her husband retiring. Don't put off too long.
Why, does he have it? Or they're
No,
just waiting
it's
to...
just they're taking the paycheck because travel is kind of limited or whatever.
Yeah. Well, you can travel all you want.
Ooh, hubs can work from the road. That's awesome. I'm in a tiny little town, Shiro, Texas. I've heard of Shiro.
Thank you, Maddie.
Happy belated birthday, Liza Jean.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Says.
Hey, Cage has his
And they're
birthday.
gonna have Jeff do piler operator.
Okay.
Yeah, KG's birthday was a month ago. Today. Or yesterday. A month ago yesterday.
Yeah.
As long as we
He's
tell
2
him.
years old now. He doesn't act it. He still acts like a baby.
Good, Steven. Yeah, that's a good plan. Get a Class B travel, but have a home base to come to. Okay, Maddie. Again, it's Economic Refugees RV at Gmail, in case you don't have to go, so you don't have to go hunt it up.
Or
If
you
you
could
don't
go
know
on
it.
Facebook and instant message me.
Yeah, you could do that on the Facebook page too. Either way, we'll get it. That'd be good.
I did kind of fade a little weird. I wonder if it's my phone. See if
What do you mean?
I don't
The
know.
picture looks fine on here.
Okay. Good. Yeah, it looks fine on there. Yeah.
Remember those? Wisconsin was horrible for internet. Do you remember that? How awful? What an awful time we had.
Yeah, worst place for
Internet
internet
lives.
though is Quartzsite during the week. Yeah, I got rid of all my satellite TV and everything else. So now I'm running all my TV, everything runs. My computer is right over there. I'm looking at it right here to my right. And I run everything. My sound system, my TV, my internet, TV stuff, everything. Everything all goes right through the computer.
Yeah.
So I sit right here and I can
We
control
also-
everything.
I know what you could tell him. We ditched DishNet,
Yeah, we got rid
finally.
of DishNet.
but well, nothing's perfect, I think. But I don't know. For what it is, I think it's pretty good. He's got Sling TV.
I
Right?
got Sling
He's a slinger.
and I got Blaze and then
I'm
I
not.
do YouTube and if I could just get like what's that? You're calling someone. No. There's a thing called Filbo and it's all the good TV channels for $20 a month, but I like to have Fox News. And if I could pay $10 a month for Fox News, I'd be in great shape. And then I wouldn't have, because there's a bunch of wasted channels again on Sling. But you got to get their orange blue program to get the basic stuff that you want. So
Sebos, we actually only have one grandchild here, and then we've got 3 up in Montana and 3 in North Carolina. So we're kind of making the rounds.
we did
This year for sure.
we went to Montana,
Yep.
and that was because we had a little granddaughter. So now we have 2 granddaughters and 5 boys. So, and then after we left there, we went to my son's in North Carolina and spent a week there with, 2 weeks, huh?
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. And all our kids have us set up on full hookup. So we got a Macerator. So that's something we should tell people.
We should tell you.
If you're going to go full time and you want to go visit family
But they don't have a
and they don't
septic hookup.
have a septic hookup, as long as they have a clean out somewhere, you hook up a Macerator, and I have 100 feet of hose, so I can pretty much reach just about anything with that. And man, you just turn it on, pull the lever, and away, it's like a little garbage disposal with a pump. And it gets rid of everything, and you wash everything all out, and then you're good for another week.
Thanks for stopping in, David, and tell your wife hello. And
Yeah, bye, Dave. Hopefully you make it to
yeah.
Quartzsite.
Yeah, we'd love
Even
to
if
see
you don't
again.
go, if you think you might go ahead and call them, and because I think it's going to be a big deal, because I think it's probably going to be the first thing that happens this year. This next year. I think they're going, because they're already promoting it, and they're saying that it's going to happen. So.
Steve-O says we better get more land. And yeah, Stephen O'Laughlin says he remembers when we got Cage.
Yeah, I put on my Facebook the other day. I put the pictures of him and his brothers and sisters when they were babies. We actually, the lady whose dog had the puppy, she called me and she goes, "Hey, I think we're going to have puppies here anytime. We're in the car. We're headed for the house, but I think we're going to start having puppies in the car." And they did.
They didn't leave Mama home because she was due to give birth to her babies, and they didn't want her being home alone, and they had to go somewhere that was like 4 hours away from home. So they put her in the back seat. It's a good thing they did.
Yeah, because on the way back, she's like, there was like two girls that she goes, "Oh, a little boy." I said, "Okay, that one's mine. I want the firstborn male." And that's what we got. We got Cagey boy. She got it confused though, because she numbered them, but I want the firstborn, and because we would have got the wrong puppy.
And he wasn't our first puppy.
Yeah.
Like, we had one picked out in May. He was born, and we saw him when he was 5 days old. If you go back in our videos, you'll see. In 9 days.
He would have been a good boy too.
I don't know, like 9 days later, he was dead because he got some kind of a bad infection from the mom.
Yeah, everybody died except for one puppy and the mom. And
She
then
had
mom
4
almost
puppies.
died.
She had 4 puppies and 3 of them died. It was very sad. Very sad. We stopped by their house in May to meet our new puppy. We were so excited. And then we were going to the job in Wisconsin, I think. Right?
Yeah.
And then
something, I don't remember where it was.
And then we had to go to Sugar Beets after that, and anyways, Cage was born off a second litter from the other mom, right?
Same mom.
Same mom.
Different litter. It was actually the same mom and dad, different litter.
Anyways, but we couldn't get him until he was almost 4 months old. So
5 months. He was 5 months old. We got him in November.
Yeah. Anyway. But he was born in July, August, September, October, November. He's 4 months old. But he was already so, I don't know. I think we should have got him younger, because he's a squirrel.
He's not a
squirrel.
Where is he? Cagey, come here.
Anyway.
Come here. Come on.
So Jeff says, he's going up there to do Sugar Beets. Where did I say? Drayton.
Yeah.
And then
Come here.
when he comes back, he's going to be doing a Michigan beet harvest as a skid steer operator. They don't pay any more for piler operators. Skid steer operators the highest paying position except for management.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure I could probably go to another place and be a foreman, but at this point,
It's hard work, as you all know.
The thing is the foreman job is the worst job on the yard. But once you've been a foreman, it's probably all you want to be. And they wanted us to come back, but they said it's possible that I'd be a foreman. I don't want to go there and do anything else. But I like sleeping in the pickup truck.
The name of the place, Seabo's in Quartzsite, is Lazy Daze RV and mobile and RV campground. If you go onto Facebook under Economic Refugees RV, if you're not a member, please join. We approve everybody just about, unless you're from Zimbabwe and you think that we're gonna give you a free RV and you can tour America, because we did have someone ask us that.
Yeah,
Because we have the word refugee in our name, people get a different idea.
yeah, we had everybody from Bangladesh trying to
Yeah.
get us to support them, to, sponsor them to come to this country.
Oh, seriously.
Anyway, James B, we did have a family reunion. What happened
Yes,
is
we did.
when we got back from North Carolina about 2 weeks later, everybody came here. Everybody was here. Our grandkids and sons and daughters, and one of our nephews and his family,
Yeah, it
and
was great. It was
and
wonderful.
our youngest daughter's mother-in-law came, and I mean we had a great time. Did a big
And
film.
our kids paid to have a photographer come and take photos, so that was really pretty special. I don't know when that'll ever happen again with everybody spread all over like they are. So.
Are you thinking CBD oil? Is that what you're thinking?
Yes.
CBW. Come on, Doug. I think you've been drinking too much of that stuff.
Oh, Doug.
Oh, Roby's going to be driving for a trucker farmer.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
called him
gig.
Roby.
It's just man,
That is
sometimes they
good.
want you to work 18 hours, make a lot of money, but man, you're tired by the time you get done with that harvest. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't get all destroyed out. The last 2 years have been a bust. I mean, last year people went there and were there for weeks and weeks and weeks and left with nothing. They got nothing.
Where?
The harvest.
Oh, yeah, it was terrible.
I mean, they even got removed from the campground. They were parking in the Kmart parking lot. They
They
were coming
shut it
by
down.
and dumping them and watering them. And
Yeah. Anyways, so we're coming up on an hour, guys. Please, if you think of any questions for our 10-year anniversary video that we're going to put out,
we'll probably start working on that tomorrow. Actually.
email us the questions, or hit us up on Facebook and put them in the comments or something like that. And
Or go to our Patreon.
we don't have a Patreon.
Doug, you signed up for the Patreon, didn't you, Doug? I told you it's a minimum $500.
Gotta get that prostate looked at, We love you, Dougie. We love all of you guys. You're very fun.
Yeah, we have a great.
Jennifer Gerhova.
Yeah, what's funny is watching our subscriber thing. It goes up and then it goes back down, and it goes up and then it goes back. It stays within this real small, like 10 number thing, and it's. I've gotten to the point where I figured that's all we're ever going to have, and that's fine because we don't have all the people giving us crap and all that stuff. I talk to other people that do this, and they're always, yeah, well, you got to kind of be careful what you say, where you go, what you do, and don't let people see your driver's or your license plates and all that stuff. Like, man, we don't have to worry about that. The people that we deal with, we don't have any problems with that.
Just to prove to you, Seabos. Anyways, I'm going to be putting the information about the campground in Quartzsite again there also. Anybody else that's not a member of our Facebook page, go ahead and join.
Yeah.
All okay, I'm right here.
That's actually been growing pretty good.
Yeah,
We've got
it
a lot
has.
of people on that.
But it's Economic Refugees RV.
And if anybody, this is just a word of advice, because the thing right now, like I say, this RV thing is really starting to rock and roll. And if you guys have ever thought of doing a YouTube video or something, doing a channel, now would be a great time to get into it, because this is probably going to be, if things go well, this is probably going to be a big thing. And if things don't go well, nothing's going to be
It's made
good.
so many people change their mind about how they're living life, I think. How they're schooling their kids. I mean, everybody's been forced to homeschool. And a lot of people are not going back to school when their kids go, when they say their kids can go back.
We homeschooled when it wasn't cool.
Yeah.
Everybody was telling us,
country
"You're
when it
crazy to homeschool your kids. They're
Before
gonna,
country was cool.
they're gonna grow up to be unsocial." I go, "Well, my kids don't drink, smoke, take drugs. My girls aren't pregnant or been to jail. But I guess there's always a sacrifice for these things, The kids all grew up to be wonderful, and we were always told. Everybody was telling me that, you know, we look at their kids and they're all tattooed out, got metal in their eyeballs and everything else, and they're, you know, they're in their 30s still living at home, and it's like, okay, I mean, we're living with our kids. We're the mooch doctors, not them.
So I was gonna.
We don't have to cut off right now if you don't want to. Seems like you're having too much fun, huh?
People are saying goodbye.
Are they? Oh, okay.
Hey, you guys, you want to watch My Empty Nest Quest? She's out there.
Yeah, sign up
living
for.
the life. She's the one that just bought the camper and the truck, and she's remodeling it and fixing a bunch of stuff. She's really fun to watch. She knows her stuff, and if she doesn't, she'll learn. And she's not afraid of much at all.
Yeah, watch her and share her page.
Go to her page and stuff.
Because she's doing the lifestyle and
yes, Makio, you are sub to us, and Stacy, and we both thank you. Makio has been a faithful subber for a long time, and we appreciate seeing her on here. Makio does senior rescues and rides. If they need a ride from point A to point B, I know she goes really far, and she'll go pick them up and bring them back, or take them where they need to go, or whatever.
She'll be hauling me around pretty soon.
That's her passion. She'll be hauling around this antique real soon. Yes.
I'm kind of a bulldog.
Thanks, Billy and Brenda, for joining. They're another channel you guys want to sub to. Wandering Aces Adventures, Billy and Brenda. They're also good friends of ours. And
are you guys coming to Quartzsite this year? I thought you said you were going to, so.
I thought they said they were also. We also like to encourage our viewers to watch our friend's channel, if you haven't noticed. So if you have a channel, let us know.
It's for Maddie. It's My Empty Nest Quest.
Oh yes, My Empty Nest Quest.
That's her
and
YouTube channel.
All one word, no spaces. She's actually in the comments.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, get on. You know, right now, Billy and Brenda, Wandering Aces, they're up in Michigan. They're out they're doing videos on some
Amish
beautiful
country.
Yeah,
cool stuff.
I've been kind of kicking in on that a little bit, checking it out.
Mackinac Island they went to.
Yeah.
They're fun to watch. And it's Wondering, W-O-N-D-E-R, Aces Adventures, Billy and Brenda. They're in the comments. You'll see their name too.
Yeah, they're wondering, not wandering. Wandering Aces.
Yep. Anyways. Anybody else want to talk about anything else? Before we...
Yeah, we're at 57 minutes. We got 3 or 4 more minutes to go, and then we're going to drop off the end of the world here.
But yeah, does anybody else have a channel? I'd like to check it out if you do. And encourage everybody else to also. Just pop on and say, hey! We're all looking for stuff to watch. I've been looking at homesteader videos.
Yeah, YouTube really has not been lighting up.
There's nothing going on. I mean, people are just doing life. Like I said, there's just not a whole lot of anything anybody can...
I mean, I'm down to watching a guy showing new lands campers.
Really?
Yeah. I watch he does one about twice a week, and I've been watching that because we used to have a Lance camper, but I mean, there's just, I can't figure out how we could ever lived in that thing. It'd be like living in the area we're in right here, you know?
One of us would be dead.
Yeah, well, you know, for one person, you can live in just about anything, but when you have 2 people, you need space. I mean, that's my suggestion to people.
Makio says she'll haul you around anytime.
Yeah. On the roof, huh?
On the roof.
Like on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, is Makio gonna make it to Quartzsite? How many years she been saying she's coming?
She's gonna. She'll surprise you one day.
Yeah.
She's got to get her duckies in a row. And then with COVID, I think that kind of put the kibosh on a lot of people's plans. Yeah, Doug, we do too.
What, love the space?
Yeah.
What space?
More space than a camper. You know, Stacy, My Empty Nest Quest, it's just Stacy. So You know, she went from being in her car. She outfitted it all with a bed and a fridge, and she did great in that. But she's got more room now than she has since we've known her.
Well, that was another thing. I wanted to be able to stand up when I showered. In the camper, you had to sit on the toilet. And
But it got it done. I mean, what about these van dwellers that don't even have that?
yeah, well, I mean, that's fine if you're going to go. Like we used to go away. I think a long trip in the camper for us was what, about a week.
Mm-hmm. One of the things I did notice, because I do watch a couple of van dwellers, Adventure Van Man Brian for one, but a lot of them, not Brian, have decided, you know what? A lot of them were out of country when COVID hit, and they had to leave their vans where they were. So 2 of them in particular have done other things, or 3 of them. They've done other things. 2 of them rebuilt new vans, and the other one built out a trailer. But they all were like, yes, we're having a shower. We are putting a shower bathroom in. Because with the way things are right now, when COVID hit, they couldn't go to the 24-hour fitnesses and take showers anymore. Because they closed
You've
that
got
down.
to, if you're gonna full-time RV, you have to be self-contained. You have to be self-contained because it just, how do I say this nicely? You need to not offend people with, aromas and different things I mean, you want to be clean and fresh, and I mean, it's just a healthier lifestyle too, I mean.
Leisure 057 blank says Domino's cheeseburger pizza reviews looks yummy. It is the dinner hour in a lot of states we're covering right now.
Yeah.
Eric Jones, I'm at 1,000 Trails Park and my master brake cylinder went out and they won't let me repair it here. So.
Well, you know what you do?
You don't ask.
You go get a master brake cylinder and you do it anyway. And you just be, man, I pulled my transmission out at Lazy
Quartzsite.
Daze. And I mean, the only people that really knew I did it were the people that knew us, that were right around us, and they were helping. And man, we whipped that sucker out. I had to put a new rear main seal on the motor, and back in it went, and nobody knew the
Doug
difference.
says nighttime work.
Yeah.
You know what? What is that they say? It's much easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission. And you know what? If they kick you out, well, tell them you'll leave as soon as you get the job done, because you can't roll without it being done, right?
Where my son lives, it's an HOA.
Yeah.
And they're really pretty strict, but we've stayed there 2 weeks in the motorhome, and the lady that runs it walks past the motorhome every morning, waves, says hi. So, I mean, you got to keep your rig looking good. I mean, my rig's old, and there's things that, but I always kind of keep it looking clean and shiny and orderly. I don't leave a bunch of crap laying out around it and stuff like that. You just got to you got to stay on top of your game. It's just like with this Walmart thing. Since they've had this COVID thing, a lot of them aren't allowing people to stay in them. But you know what we found? We call them and we ask them, hey, we're traveling through. We'll be there in a couple of hours, and we're going to spend the night. We're going to maybe do a little shopping before you close, and we're going to get up in the morning and we're going to head out. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. Just park over here, And they've actually told Darla, well, normally we're not letting people do that anymore, but yeah, you guys could stay. So, and that's what you do. It depends on how you approach it. If you sneak into the parking lot and you set up, put all your slide outs out, and unhook your truck from your trailer or whatever you do.
Barbecue up,
and then leave for a week.
We've seen it.
That's what ruins it for everybody. And there's a lot of talk of that going on right now in the RV industry. And Walmart's kind of seeing the writing on the wall that there's a lot of people coming on. There's Flying J's. They don't seem to have a problem with you staying, but they're getting less and less places where they're not carrying propane anymore. They're doing all kinds of weird stuff. A lot of Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops will let you stay in their parking lots.
Always
Cracker
Barrels, but Cracker Barrels, their parking lots generally for us are way too small.
When the first few years when we were doing this lifestyle, we got to where we were traveling and we found places where we could just pull off and park.
Yeah.
and nobody would bother with us, and we got to the point where we were just staying in those places. I mean, we stayed in what was the name of that one? It was a weird like Chattahoochee or something like. It was on the way to
It's a bunny.
Fernley. What?
It's a bunny.
Oh yeah, on our way to Fernley, and there's this little town, and there was a restaurant was out of business, and I just made a left turn and pulled into this parking lot. We spent the night. Cops drove by, never said a thing. But it's like I say, the big thing about it is keep your stuff. I wash the sea every time we leave.
So it's against his contract. He doesn't want them to terminate. You're gonna have to find somewhere else to do it. I was afraid you'd say that. Yeah, Stacy says
We'll do it in
it's
Walmart
like a
parking lot.
mansion now for camper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But you should,
Keo
Stacy,
says-
you shouldn't have changed out that refrigerator to a plug-in. You
wait a
should have.
sec. Makio says it will happen. She will be in Quartzsite one day.
One day.
One day she will be there.
Nah, you got to be there this year.
We just want you there.
Yeah, a lot of Stacy. You want to try to keep as much of the original type equipment in these RVs as you can, because especially the older ones. Because if you would have had that refrigerator and just got a new cooling unit, put it on there, it would have lasted probably 25 years. And a lot of these refrigerators you buy with the bouncing and everything, and the refrigerator gets into the system and it goes. They screw up a lot. You spend a lot of time replacing the electric plugins. I don't remember what you got, but I tried to kind of push it towards just getting that one fix. I mean, we rebuilt this one of ours, what, four times?
4 times.
And now the thing freezes, man. I mean,
It works well.
it works really good. And I mean, I
Hi, Steph.
oh, Stevie McLean, hi. I know who that is. Anyway, yeah, you want to try to keep things.
He's our North Carolina host.
He is, yeah, yeah.
Campground
That's my son, Steve McLean. You see, he just popped up on the things. That's my oldest son, my oldest child, I should say, my only son that I know of. Anyway, what's funny is I was told by my family I'm 25% Cherokee. My daughter has one of those 23andMe tests done, and she doesn't have any Indian in her. So I'm trying to figure out what she was doing.
She's the kid who's most like him, and he's doubting because her DNA didn't say she had Indian in her bloodline, her DNA, that she's not his.
Yeah, Doug, you know what? You need to calm down, buddy.
Yeah, I think we're all kind of homebound till 2021. I know I'm going crazy, but
Yeah, well, that's good because Quartzsite's in January of 2021.
there you go.
So you're good to go. No excuses.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's Roby. Yeah, ours. This is the first time ours has froze up like it is right now. The refrigerator part.
Jeff said he had the Amish location down in Indiana do his, and it gives great warranty. Definitely worth over buying a new refrigerator. That's who.
Yeah, we got an
got
Amish
our
cooling unit this
cooling
time.
unit. They made it, and it's been perfect.
Yeah, it works really good. At first it wasn't getting cold enough, and I have all kinds of adjustments, and now I've had to start backing them off. But it was really hot there for a while, so.
Steve, you're just you're way too much fun for this crowd. So Steve designed software, in case you couldn't figure that out. You should have clicked the bell, and then you would have gotten notified when we come on live or have a video released all the time, son. Catch me up on what's going on. I just got here. Hello, it's been a while. Hi, Randy Wilson.
All right, guys. Well, it was really fun. Now, we've been on here for an hour. Normally, we don't like to let it go over an hour because people see, oh man, this is like a 4-hour live. And,
Yeah.
But you know what?
So
it's for us right now. If other people like to watch it, it's cool. I mean, but for the most part, they don't bring the amount of views. It's like a regular video. Our last video did pretty well.
yeah, it did.
But-
Yeah, so if you guys go onto YouTube and you know that little bell that's right next to the word subscribe, you've clicked subscribe, but then you have to click the bell and it gives you an option for all content, custom or none, I think it is. Anyways, if you take your choice there, then you'll get notified. If you click all, you'll get notified of all the released content. Hi, Gideon. That's our grandson. He's 4.
This many.
He's 4. Gideon's 4. We miss you. Yeah, Makia says hit the like button. And then hit that bell and be sure to, hit all so that you're notified. And for whatever reason, YouTube occasionally will disable that, and then you'll have to go back in and do it. It's like it happens like every 6 months to a year. People start going, I didn't get notified, and they go in and they check, and the thing's unticked. So I'm quilting while I'm watching and listening to you. Feels like you're sitting in my living room. Aww, that's awesome, Maddie. Oh, Doug said he bought the RV wash. A friend of mine is retiring.
Yeah, but did you get Chemical Guys or McGuire's? See, Doug asked me, well, what do you think about this? And I tell him what I think about it, and then he does the opposite thing. So, see if he did. Did you get Chemical Guys?
Randy Wilson, I was working on the AC. Okay. And then Jeff is going to go on a Route 66 motorcycle run with a friend of his when he retires in the spring.
Yeah, see, right before we
Aw, yeah.
what?
Mikio misses Lucian. I think of him so much. That was one of our subscribers, and he bought a cargo trailer, and he was sick, and he knew he was sick, but he really had this dream that he just wanted to do this thing and go to Quartzsite at least one time. And he built out a cargo trailer, and I think he was from Tennessee, and he drove all the way to Quartzsite from Tennessee, and he got there. I think he had a couple of good days, and then his breathing just really went downhill from there, and so much so that he got really scared and said he just needed to go home. And I think about a month later he passed away. It was very sad.
Lucian.
But he did, yeah, Lucian Childress. He did get to
Yeah,
make
he
that
got-
trip.
Yeah, and he didn't meet, but he got to talk with Brian. That was his
Yeah.
big thing. He
Yeah.
really liked Brian, Adventure
Brian
Man.
actually called him on the
Yeah.
phone.
So, but that was because he missed him at Quartzsite. But let's see. Somebody said.
Oh, Gideon. He found a bag of cereal and he's enjoying evening breakfast.
Yeah, sometimes I like breakfast for dinner. It's good.
He said he bought from the link you gave him.
That did happen to me here a while back.
Have a bite for Nana and Papa. Who's that? They're busy. Not notifying everyone on the charts. Really?
What?
Terry says YouTube claims that they're busy, so they're not notifying everyone. Only about 25% of your subs get notifications. That's stinky.
We will be in Arizona right after the first of the year. We'll
Yeah.
probably be actually be on the road
January.
the first of January.
Again, you guys, who was it that just popped on? And Randy Wilson. We were talking about Bill's gonna coat the roof with a rubber product, and then we talked about we got a macerator because our daughter here doesn't have a septic hookup for us, so that works really well. We talked about going to Quartzsite in January, and I said that I'll put the information on where we stay, if you guys want to stay at the same place, on our Facebook page, Economic Refugees RV
Yeah,
Group.
we actually mean that. I mean, we would love to have you come there,
We
and
would.
and we
would.
do we do dinners with people, not
Barbecue,
every
yeah.
night, but we do dinners, and we have
Fire.
fires,
Yeah.
and we go ride bicycles, and we go to the tent and go swap meet and go to all the. There's tons and tons of little swap meets everywhere.
We have fun, and so we'll put that information out, where we stay and the dates of the show, and the contact information, who to contact for a space. You can also stay in the BLM lands out there.
Yeah,
which
but
is
it
a
costs you
lot
almost as
cheaper
much.
to stay out there, but then if you have to dump your black tank and get fresh water, you got to pay. It equals out to. It's a pretty good deal where we stay.
It's
I'll
about
just say that.
$100 more to have full hookups and everything
Yeah.
than it is to stay out there in the middle of nowhere. You know,
Which some people do
unless
like
you
that.
have a way of not going to, to the bathroom. I know with us we have to have a dump. No doubt about it. I just like being able to not have to worry about my batteries going dead or run the generator or any of that, because we don't have solar panels. I just I've thought about it a bunch of times, but I don't think it would be really worth it to us to do it, because when we're on the road, we get up in the morning, I hit the generator, make coffee, the water heater starts running, everything starts working. And within about 10 minutes, Darla's in the shower, and then she gets out, she's making breakfast, I go take a shower. It's just,
That's what works for us.
yeah, it just works good. And then, we open the curtains, fire up, and we're on the road, That's about the only time we really boondock. If people want to go out somewhere for a few days, we'll go do that. But to spend a whole month, that wouldn't be something. We've done it, and that's why I'm saying we don't do it anymore, because we've done the thing where we're boondocking for a month in Quartzsite. We did that before. We actually paid to well, you remember in the Rose RV,
Yes.
and then we had to dump and refill water and all that. You got to it's just easier to just do what we do.
Isn't Roby gone south?
Yeah.
He says, I guess I better sub then. Yes, you better.
Jennifer Cage is doing wonderfully.
Yeah, he's
He
doing
was
good.
making a spectacle of himself a little while ago, but now he's in his bed just laying over there. When he realizes that he can't throw us off. It's
Hey
scenic
Jeff,
driveways.
thanks for joining us. We miss you too. You be safe and have a good harvest this year, I hope.
Yeah, hopefully things don't go bad.
Randy, I don't know about the guy from Oklahoma that had a Class A and
Yeah, I
has
know, yeah.
cancer. Is he a YouTuber? I don't know.
And high scenic driveways.
Hey, Scenic Driveways. We're doing good. How are you guys doing?
They didn't answer.
You will. You gotta give it time.
You got to give it a time. Yeah. What are you doing? What do you got? Oh.
Reading texts or comments and stuff.
How's the video look? Does it look pretty good? Were you just using my phone?
Jason and Amanda, how you guys doing? Hi, Sadie. Sadie says hi. Say hi to Sadie.
Hi, Sadie. That's my granddaughter. You can still see over the top soil. That's doing good. Yeah, that's good. That's a good
That
thing.
is good.
Although I don't know, every day
Alright.
it seems like it maybe not be would be even better the way things have been going with this world. We're so
You're
stuck.
so cheery.
Does anybody else feel? I just feel like I'm
We
just stuck. Stuck in a hole. We're stuck in a hole.
Oh. Everybody's saying we got a really good video pic right now. That's
Melting
great.
in Florida. Yeah. Yeah, well, it's been pretty hot here in Arkansas.
That's right. You guys went down there. Our new citizen. Jason and Amanda. Amanda got her citizenship.
Oh, did you? Got it. Okay, cool.
Yes, they had a YouTube.
But you should have been on that Trump thing the other night. He help people. What was it? What do they call it? Where they raise their hand and all that stuff.
Um,
They became citizens. He did it, which was
Yes.
cool. So.
Yeah. She did hers before then.
We always love to see people that do it the right way, as
Sadie
opposed to
Bug, we
people
love
that
you
don't.
too. Lots and lots. We miss you guys.
Great reception. Okay. Yeah. Well, we're in the big city. You know, when you're in the big city, you get the better internet.
I
Yeah,
want to go
Doug-
to the beach too, Doug.
Yeah, he's going down to Rincon.
Oh, fun. I'm jealous. California beaches, they're so beautiful.
I'm officially Mexican. Okay. Well, then you get everything.
Yes.
Any plans for the winter yet? Yeah, we're going to Quartzsite in January. That's we're probably not going to work the rest of the year, and more than likely we might take off from here for a week or something. Some between now and before we
Maybe.
take off. I want to take this thing out, and like I say, I just did a full service on it, and we got all the shaking and all the rough. The thing is like a magic carpet now.
So, we did some video on this too. He put Coney shocks on because he's wanted Coney shocks for 7 or 8 years, and he finally, when we went down to do gate guarding last year, he bought them and put them on, and we took off from our gate after our assignment was over, and it was horrible. It was so rough and so bouncy and just ridiculous, and I was upset that we spent all that money and it was a worse ride.
And we started balancing wheels, and that made it better. We balanced the front wheels, that made it better. Then we balanced the rear wheels, and it made it better. And then I said, okay, well, we're going to put those dynamic balancers where they go on and they balance the time, and that made it even better. But then that was as good as we could get it. They just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And when we got to my son's house, I started looking at the front tires, and the old Bilstein shocks had just let this front end be out. It just never felt like the tires were touching the ground. So we rotated the front right to the rear, and I put my brand new spare on the left front. And man, this thing and then we got out on the road, and we were just screaming, man.
It was so hot.
Yeah,
Shouldn't have been going that fast.
we pulled into a truck parking, and when I idled down, the engine oil light came on because the oil was so hot. So we shut it off and let it cool down for a while. So now I've done some other things to help that process. Plus now I have an oil temperature gauge that I put in, and we kind of did a little video on that. That was part of a video. I didn't show the installation and everything, but I showed what I did. And so now when I drive, I'll know what the oil temperature is, because these things, when you get out on the road and you get to really rolling hard and stuff, these diesels are not like a gas powered car. They're different. Gas powered vehicle. And you got to know that kind of stuff. And they don't put those in a diesel truck. You have all that differential temperatures, and we got a tranny gauge and stuff. But the engine oil, it just didn't have that. And it's something this thing probably should have had, especially with the amount of weight we have. So now I'll know. Now when it starts getting hot, I'll ease up on it, let it just kind of cruise down the highway till it cools down, and then if that's not good enough, we'll pull over and let it cool off. But
We'll
at least
be
I'll know.
in Wilcox, Arizona for the winter. If you guys are passing through, stop and say howdy, Scenic Driveways.
Where's
Thanks for the
Wilcox?
invite.
Where's Wilcox?
In Arizona.
I know, but hang on a minute.
That's all I know.
I got it. I'm drinking all this water. You guys, I'll be right back.
Terry Burns says he was trying to move to Alaska this summer. He's still stuck in Kentucky. Steve? No, I don't think so. San Diego to the Olympic Peninsula and then do the East Coast once COVID is over. I don't know. I have to think about that one. Yeah. Transporting is hit and miss, Stacy. I know, huh? You're having to play the waiting game. I don't know. I think you'll have fun in Montana. It's just, like I said, the winters are brutal. I don't know. You'll be okay. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Terry, if you move to Alaska, you need to get yourself a YouTube channel so we can see what it's like up there. I know it's pretty. I don't think we'll ever get up there. It costs so much in fuel to get there. Are you gonna retire there? What are you guys doing in Texas, Amanda?
That's how they're in Florida, I thought she said.
Steve wants us to do a segment on Point Loma to Point Angeles, or Port Angeles. He wants us to do like the whole West Coast, do a bunch of videos, and then go over and do the East Coast.
Yeah. You know, I know something I could tell them too. I don't know if you guys remember, we did an interview with PBS when we were at.
Wilcox near Benson on Highway 10.
Okay. Oh, okay. That would be something we'd have to stop by and say hi on our way into Quartzsite.
There you go, but they'll be gone.
Oh, okay.
Unless they're going to be in Quartzsite too.
We're we did that interview in Vegas at the pumpkin patch, and then they came to Quartzsite and interviewed us, and they called me yesterday, or texted us yesterday, and I called her and talked with her, and they're going to do a video thing with us and just kind of catch up with us a little bit, and then they're going to put it on. So when we get that information, we'll be letting everybody know when that's going to be on. Be able to watch it supposedly on YouTube too. So
did I ask you, Amanda, what you guys are doing at the end of the month? I'll be in Texas.
oh yeah.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, that the end of September, that'd be a good time to get to Texas. That's what they.
Of course, Scenic said that they were going to be in Wilcox
This winter.
through winter, so I think January's still winter. When are you guys leaving?
Actually, that is actually.
Oh,
winter.
okay, we won't be gone. We'll be in Wilcox at the KOA all winter. Joanna's work camping there. We are there on November. Oh, you get okay. So from November 7th through all of winter. Okay. Scenic driveways. Okay, cool. We'll have to stop by and say hi on our way. Hopefully we can finagle that. Remember. One of us has to remember.
Yeah, one of us hides the Easter eggs for the other one, and then you can't find them at all.
Kenneth Huffman, ever think A? Hello, Kenneth.
Yeah, I think
Huffman.
A all the time.
November 7th to the end of April. Wow, you guys are going to be there a long time. So you're skipping Quartzsite this year. Seems like it.
Yeah.
I think 2 eggs, 1 basket RV's gone. All right.
Do we ever
think about? Oh yeah.
every day? How I was saying the other day, I just turned 64 years old, and now all I get is things for hearing aids and Medicare. And
Yeah.
do you think about it? You can't turn on Facebook or anything without them trying to sell me something because I'm old. So
So Jason and Amanda are going to be at a campground in
Oh, yeah.
Texas for site. Amanda will be in the office and Jason will be maintenance. You guys say that's the end of this month? Yeah. Or the end of next month. At the end of the month. I mean, we're at the end of this month. Do you mean September? That's a good time to be down there. It's
what
not so
scenic driveways you're
god-awful
talking?
hot. No, Jason and Amanda.
Yeah.
All right, Makio. Happy birthday, Bill. Hugs to you too. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye. Smash the like button. Okay.
Thanks again, Makio.
Yeah. What's the name of that town? Not Benson. It's Bisbee. You guys scenic driveways. Go to Bisbee. That's a really
yeah,
cool.
that's really nice.
It's a very hippie, liberal type town, but it's cool. It's really old. It used to be a big copper mine there, and It's probably a lot funner than Tombstone. Tombstone's like a
Tombstone's kind of
it's like a mall with a dirt road going through it.
you'll like it. You
Yeah.
will like it. I
There's
did.
just people trying to sell you stuff everywhere. You know, it's
It's
just
touristy, you know.
where Bisbee is more of a one of those kind of a cool little town. It's kind of like Virginia City in Nevada, somewhere like that. You know?
What have we been doing for fun? Steve says that he'll donate to fund the coastal tour project if we create a Patreon.
What have we been doing for fun?
For fun. Playing with the grandson.
Eating.
Yeah, yeah, eating.
I put on 35 pounds, but I needed to. Needed to put on
Making
weight.
cakes and pastries, eating ice cream, getting all fat and sassy. There's a clip on.
One thing about it, I'm skinny in Arkansas, though. You know, when you're in, everybody around here eats a lot, so you kind of blend in a lot better when you're not 35 pounds light. I looked like I was dead when I weighed 140.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, be sure to see Bisbee. It's really cool. The way you drive in there, and it's a really, really old town. That's cool, and
That's not bad, Amanda. 2 days a week,
what are they doing?
just for camp spot.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on too. A lot of these. You know, you work so many hours a week for your
Right.
camp spot. And if we find it absolutely necessary,
We'll pay you if we have to.
I don't know.
Anyway.
We kind of every time we get into a campground gig, we kind of get our stuff bit.
Is Bisbee big rig friendly? Yeah, I'd say so.
Well,
Tombstone's
I mean,
not.
Bisbee, if you
Jerome's another good town
yeah, but
to
that's
hit,
near Prescott. That's a
Yeah.
long ways away.
which is very pretty also.
Where Bisbee is right there by where you're going to be. I mean, you just take your car or whatever if you have a trailer, if you're towing a trailer, whatever you have for a vehicle, just take that and go over to Bisbee. You'll like that town. It's really cool looking.
Steve's trying to pay to keep us away for the next year. We do that coastal tour. West Coast, East Coast.
Well, you know, Steve, we did the coastal thing on the motorcycle every year. We did that a lot. I'm not real excited about being around Seattle and Portland and all that stuff right now. We're avoiding those because there's a lot of jobs there right now. And what's funny about it is the jobs that are playing on WorkCamper, they're basically the same job. So, you know, people are going there and working for a couple of weeks and figuring out, hey, this ain't where we want to be. So
It is an awesome trip, as you well know, but
we actually had a job for 9 days in Key West, and we hated it. I mean, it was cool about the first 8 hours, and then after that, it was just horrible. Remember, I tried to get you to go on those rides with us, and you didn't want to go.
yeah, you did.
It was married.
He just had other plans.
News.
Now the new sovereign nations are there looking for leadership. You could have that job, Dad.
Yeah, that's not for me. Yeah, I'm not a communist leader. Well, everybody's probably bored now, so what do you think? Think it's time to pull the plug on this
Yeah.
banana stand here? All right, guys.
You guys that stayed, thank you very much for tuning in. We appreciate you guys taking time out of your night because we know how busy everybody is during COVID. Anyways.
Did I finish the thing on PBS?
I thought so.
Okay, because we're gonna know pretty quick on that. Okay, I guess I did.
I grew up watching westerns with my grandpa. I love Western history. I always wanted to see Boot Hill, where the gunfight at OK Corral took place. Want to see Skeleton Canyon too. Well, it sounds like it's going to be fun for you.
And then you could go also to Cochise Stronghold.
Yeah, that was really pretty.
That's a cool place.
Really pretty.
We were going to buy property right there.
We went to look to buy
Yeah,
property.
what was it? Sunsites or
Some
something like.
sites, yeah. It's pretty.
And we found a
Yeah.
place, but we were gonna. I was all hip to buy it, but
desert. It's desert.
but the people were telling me that at that point in time, people were.
It's very close
The
to
illegals
the
were breaking into everybody's. If you weren't there, they were breaking into your
Super
places.
dangerous.
So
Yeah.
anyway, it's always said. So like, we could have bought an acre and a half of land for $3,500. So.
Bye, Dougie.
Bye, Doug. Glad you got to see me.
7 p.m. so you can recommend some places for us to. Okay, sounds good, Scenic. And anyways, guys, thank you very much for tuning in and making comments and hitting the thumbs up and spending time with us.
Yeah,
We know
do.
there's
We
not a
really.
lot to do, but we're happy you're here with us.
Yeah, we've been just putting it off because we never have anything to say. Yeah. We want to be entertaining. All right, guys. Well, we're going to do this.
Thanks, Maddie.
Thank you,
Thanks,
you guys.
everybody. Good
Bye.
night.
Didn't work.